Like, okay, yesterday, I want to say, it took me a while to realize. I didn't realize until, you know, later on in my stream that yesterday, syncopation works with Lee Sin's Dragon Kick. Which is to say, if you attack with Lee Sin, and your Lee Sin gets frozen, frostbitten, which is the common high level counter, then you can just syncopate your 4-attack Overwhelm Mountain Goat or whatever with your Lee Sin, and that will be, like, that will take the Dragon Kick, right? It'll swap your own targets too, and Dragon Kick counts as your own targets. So it is a way Lee Sin can counter Frostbite too, in addition to, you know, Hush, which they normally use. 10 seconds. All right, guys. This is it. Irelia will change everything. We need her to be cheap. Will she be 2 mana? Will she be 3 mana? Will she be 4 mana? Will she be literally unplayable? Here we go. Irelia reveal.
I dance not to forget, but to remember. Every blade, every...
Okay, Irelia 3 mana 3/2 Zed stats, quick attack. When I'm summoned to round start, if you have the attack token, create a flawless duet in hand. Blade Dance 2, that's pretty big. Oh man. So as soon as you summon her, it takes a second action and 1 more mana. Oh dude. Oh, that's good. That is good. That plays right into the game plan.
Step, strike, left foot strike.
It's Zed 2. She's very similar to Zed. Instead of summoning a clone, you can pay 1 mana to summon like the 2 blades. But the fact that that triggers like all of Azir's stuff is really what's powerful.
By my hand will Noxus rise.
And we see Irelia's champ spell in the hand, I think. Is that going to summon blades too? Vanguard's Edge. Blade Dance 3, pick an ally to attack with the blades. Ooh, at 7 mana. So, oh wow. Oh, that's so weird. 7's like, I think too expensive, but I mean, there's no way 7's not too expensive. It's 7 mana.
We dance to the drums of war, and all our hearts beat as one.
Okay, okay. Okay, I actually didn't read that. I'm gonna be honest, I was too busy looking at the animation. When allies attack, create a Blade Surge in hand. So every time allies attack, which of course will work off of her blades.
Ionia still stands.
Blade Surge. Woo! Blade Surge. Oh, that's pretty cool. Swap Irelia with an ally. Just like a 0 mana. The fact that it's like 0 mana and you can get it every time is pretty adorable. It is fleeting. It's just something that you're gonna summon like every time with the blades.
How long can they resist while their cities crumble?
It's very cool. Very cool.
Our home, our ancestors are safe once more.
Man. Alright. So Irelia is looking pretty good. Let's see. The other cards should be a couple more here. In theory. There's no more cards? No, nothing else? So, and you need 12 allies to have attacked for her to level up. So yeah, she's, I mean, just like incredibly set on being linked with Azir. Like her level up is also dependent on Azir. It's all coming back to Irelia Azir. They're both competing for 3 mana, which is fine because that deck doesn't really have another play on turn 3. So it's perfectly fine, and that deck will absolutely run Irelia. The Flawless Duet is really, really sweet. The fact that that works when she's summoned is amazing. And it's only round start if you have the attack token. Like that's all the Azir deck wanted her to be. The Azir deck wanted her to be a 3 mana unit, which is fine. I mean, 2 or 3, and for that to be something that like works with the game plan of just like summoning units that levels up on the same game plan, right? Like it'll be perfect. It'll still be unclear whether it's better than Azir Lucian. It'll be pretty close to the same level, roughly speaking. She's kind of 4 mana. I mean, you have to play a 4th point of mana if you want to get her blade out immediately, yeah. But that's fine. I mean, she's a turn 3 card, right? That's like most of what it means to be at a certain mana point. Oh, there we go. There we go. Here they are. All right, perfect. So, the last one that we didn't see was Lead and Follow, the one missing card. recall an ally to create a flawless duet in hand. That is absolutely insane. This is the craziest thing ever. This is really ridiculous for Irelia Azir. And that's the one deck this is for. And you can use it with Droplet as well. Lead and follow is absolutely ridiculous. Like this is nuts. This is everything this deck wanted. Because the whole point of Irelia Azir, like I built an Irelia Azir concept yesterday. I was just messing around with it. I'll have to change all the cards now, of course. But I built an Irelia Azir deck. And the thing that's really important for them is they just want recalls. Right? The reason being is like the biggest thing they want is just like to spam this card, Ribbon Dancer in particular. Like you just want to recall this, and yeah, you can run Droplet, and Droplet might be fine as an alt recall target, but just like recall this, you have a Blade Dance when you recall it, and you have another Blade Dance when you replay the Ribbon Dancer again. Like, this is actually a really, really important card for this archetype, right? It's just like spam attacks, spam Azir clones every step of the way. Like that's absolutely ridiculous, right? So that's perfect. That's Irelia got a lot of pretty good support here. I mean, Vanguard's Edge is probably not gonna. Yeah, and Vanguard's Edge is her champion spell, which is like I guess slightly awkward. Double drawing Irelia will be whatever. But apart from that, like this is pretty perfect. It would have been nuts if her champ spell was the recall one. That would have been a lot crazier. There's no way Retreat Return doesn't make the list. Yeah, it's very possible Retreat Return makes the list. I wouldn't say there's no way now. I mean, if anything, at this point, Retreat Return is less useful because we have like this power recall as a 3 of. But yeah, Retreat Return is a consideration in addition to it, I guess. Mostly, we have a use for recalls now just as a way to reuse Blade Dances, because the entire reason we're in Ionia is just Blade Dance synergy with Azir and Dais, and that's pretty powerful. Like, that's really solid. So, overall, Irelia is looking hot. I'll build an Irelia Azir list. It'll be probably one of the first decks I play. Like, I'm a big fan. It should be pretty solid. I expect it to be at least decent, but, you know, we'll see. It doesn't have to be tier 1, but I'm thinking that it has a pretty good shot of being tier 2. It depends on the meta. All right, chat down bad. Yeah, I agree. Chat down bad, guys. Okay. So, that's it for my initial impressions of Irelia. And keep in mind, I'm going to be updating the website. That's going to be in the next 24 hours. It's going to be all new decks, and I'm going to have a video dedicated to a bunch of new decks you can play, one of which is definitely going to be Irelia Azir.